Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Bear Brown. Thanks for coming to my garden channel. And today's video is on how to plant a bare root fruit tree for beginners. That's right, for beginners. If you're not a beginner, you still can enjoy this video. And if there's anything I left out, feel free to drop a line in the comments. Now, the fruit tree that I am going to plant is a Fuyu persimmon tree. It's one of my daughter's favorite fruit as of late. So what better idea to plant one in the garden? It's self-fruiting or self-fertilizing, so I don't have to worry about getting another tree to help fertilize my fruit tree for this time. All right, so beginning gardeners are for fruit trees. If you thought, hey, I always wanted to plant a fruit tree, but you thought it was difficult and hard, no worries. It's not that difficult at all. So just get ready for the video and you'll see how easy it is. I just want to show you my persimmon tree and look at the roots on this baby. It's insane. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I make a big enough hole for all these large roots. I mean, you don't want to get it all balled up, so I got to make the hole pretty big, pretty large, because of the large roots. So right now I have it soaking in water because I just unwrapped it out the box. So I'm gonna do that. So while I'm digging the hole, and it's already been in the water, so it can stay hydrated. It's very, very windy today, so bear with me. I didn't put it back in the water so we can get started. I want to be very careful with my root system. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging the hole. And I got my wheelbarrow right here to catch the dirt because I have a food forest and I don't want to get my wood chips in the soil. So that's why I have the wheelbarrow right here. And you don't have to have a food forest, of course, to plant a fruit tree. And while I'm digging the hole, the reason why I decided to do a food forest, I saw the benefits for me, and it looks cool. Now, some of the benefits are the wood chips are gonna make sure that I don't have to do as much weeding, even in my annual garden or with my fruit trees. So I said, hey, that's a good idea for me because I didn't want to be breaking my back trying to pull all the all the weeds from my garden. I've done it many times over and over, and I said, hey, let me try this. So I was kind of nervous about starting a food forest because I've never done it before. But this is my second year with it, and that first year it did great. So I said, hey, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm glad I did it. So if you are thinking about planting fruit trees, but you're like, I don't know if I can do it, throw that to the wind, literally, because the wind is blowing all over the place right now, and just try it. And you'll be surprised. All right, now I'm gonna check the size of the hole. And I still got a ways to go because I don't want the fruit tree, the roots to be all bundled up. So I just got to make it a little bit wider and we'll be good to go. It's already deep enough. I can see it. And when I planted my first fruit tree years ago, after that I stopped. My fruit tree was looking good for the first year or two, but I made a big mistake. I dug this hole over there, and I was like, let me get it set up. Alright, it fell down. So let me get it set up so that it'll have a real great start. And I ended up putting compost all in the hole. And once I did that, the roots kept going around and around because it didn't want to branch out. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. If this is your first time, or if it's not, don't put the hole, cover it back up with a compost. The tree has to get used to the normal, there's that wind about to knock me down. It has to get used to the normal soil. So that was the mistake I made, and that's most beginners, well, I shouldn't say most, lots of beginners, they make that mistake because you're trying to get it in the best environment as possible. And I didn't realize that I was actually hurting the tree because the tree did not want to branch out. So I'm not going to put compost, fill the hole. I may put it at the top so that when it rains, then it can get some of the nutrients that way. All right. So I'm gonna check this one more time. That seems good enough for me. All right, so I'm gonna bring you over here. So I'm gonna see if I can get you to look down inside the hole. And hope the wind doesn't knock the tripod over again. All right, so I just checked it. It looks pretty good. Now, the only thing, you want to make sure that this grass right here is not covered or buried. All right, because if so, that's gonna harm your tree, and your tree is not gonna be successful. So when you plant your fruit tree, make sure that grass is not covered up by the soil. It has to be over top. So this is where the dirt stops. I can kind of tell where they uprooted the tree, and so I'm gonna put it back at that location. I said, wind is going insane, so I'm trying to hold this tripod so you can still see. All right, so I'm gonna get the shovel and I'm gonna put the soil back around it. Just like that. See if I can get it to stand up. And before you go and fill it all the way in, you want to make sure that you don't have any air pockets. So I'm gonna try to shake the tree a little so that the soil fills up the air pockets. That's going to be very, very important. That's another point you want to make sure you focus on when you plant your fruit tree. And the roots have enough space. I can't wait to see the fruit tree and all the rest of them that I have when they actually grow a couple years and actually have fruit on it. That's going to be very, very exciting. And you can experience the same thing, because like I said, it's not that complicated. All you have to do is just follow the video. Even if it's not my video, You can follow other YouTubers, and you'll be on your way. And just think about it. All the money you'll end up saving, because if you look into the stores now, you see what the food prices are going to. Every little bit helps. And all I'm gonna do now, lightly, be very gentle. I'm gonna tap it around with my foot, not too hard. And this is another way to get the air pockets out. Just checking. All right, got a little bit more to go. So you see, it's not that bad to plant a fruit tree. Now the other thing I'm gonna do is, once I finish filling the hole, I'm gonna water it in as well, and just double check and make sure your graft is not being covered up, because that will, like I said, not be good. Alright, so almost finished. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna put some compost near the top. If you put it near the top like that, you're not gonna have any trouble with having the tree just the roots stay in one spot. The roots are still gonna travel and travel, because I didn't put the compost at the bottom and filled up from the bottom to the top. So it's okay to fill it in at the top. All right, now I'm gonna get this soil out of my wheelbarrow. I know what I do. Move it over a little bit. All right. Spread the soil back over. And that's basically it. Excuse me. And now I am going to water this in. So I got rainwater that I have access to. If you don't have rainwater, I wouldn't worry about it. I just want to make sure I wet this area down. Even though I already had it in the bucket of water. And now the last thing I'm gonna do, and what you should do, is when you plant your tree, make sure you cover the area with mulch. And I'm using wood chips, because like I said, that's what I use in my food forest. So if you have wood chips, you can use that. If you don't, you can use clippings, also leaves, just any organic mulch. And what that's gonna do, that is going to hold in the moisture, and you won't have to water your tree as much. All right. So let me get this over here. Tap that down. it. Now, and that's how you plant a fruit tree for beginners. Like I said, it's very, very easy. You don't have to worry about any other issues. It's not that complicated. Just make sure you don't fill in with compost all the way up for the hole that you created when you put the tree in. Make sure time you get it out the pack, you check your roots, make sure they're straight, and then you can go ahead and put them in some water. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do a little later is I am going to prune the tree. I'm going to clip it a little bit, because after they take it out of the ground and they shave the roots, I want to make sure that I'm not stressing the roots. So that's up to you if you want to go ahead and prune it, but that's just something I'm going to do. All right, thanks for watching my video, and I hope you decide to plant a fruit tree. Like I said, it's not that difficult. Just make sure you don't cover the grass, and you'll be on your way. Make sure that the hole is big enough, and you'll be good to go. All right, take care. Bears out. Later. Bye.